So do you think that increasing your overall grip strength is going to translate to increased distance? Let's find out. What's up, golfers? My name is Josh. I'm the Director of Coaching here at P4S Golf, where we've helped over 15,000 golfers increase distance, improve longevity by decreasing pains, and helping them score better. Now, the topic today is grip strength. If we increase grip strength, are we going to increase club head speed? Do we need a fancy grip dynamometer like this one that measures your grip pressure? If I told you yes, would you believe me? You don't need this tool to measure your grip strength, okay? All we need is some exercise equipment, okay? Now, we also have some great findings and research from the recent TPI Summit in Orlando, Florida, that sheds some light on this topic, comparing what the professionals actually are doing when they're gripping the club. So it may surprise you, and we'll get to that in a minute or two. But first I wanted to talk about the importance of grip strength. When we're swinging the golf club, we are, especially at speed, we are putting a stress on the grip, especially through impact. If you're in heavy rough, it is going to put an impact on the hands, the wrists, the elbows. So the stronger your grip is, it may support more club head speed safely. So there may be a link there in terms of being able to support more club head speed. Is it going to cause more club head speed? The jury is still out on that one. So what do we do to increase our overall grip strength? Do we need specific, those little springy grippers? Not necessarily. There's lots of tools you can use at home. Even if you don't have a barbell to do heavier lifts like deadlifts. So if I was going to do a deadlift and I'm lifting some weight from here, I'm having to hold that heavier weight throughout a range of motion and lift for repeated reps. I'm having to use that grip and hold on to something for heavy for 30 to 60 seconds. That's going to improve my grip. If I don't have a barbell, but I have a plate, I can just do what's called a pinch carry, okay? I can hold an object like this to work on my grip on both sides, okay? Really important to have that strength here through the wrists, the hands, all right? So that is another way we can do it. You can do wrist curls with dumbbells. We also have a kettlebell, okay? So you can just carry weights. You can carry plates. You can take the kettlebell and you can put it into a bottoms-up position. So all the weight is outside of your hand, and you got to stabilize with the wrist, the forearm, and the grip. Okay, really good for the shoulder as well. So being able to do this and walk around and keep good posture and not have my wrist bend like this is really, really important for good grip strength, good shoulder health as well. Okay, so grip strength is definitely going to support healthy wrists, shoulders, and elbows. Let's take a quick second to talk about our golf performance assessment. This assessment takes only 5 minutes, and it'll tell you exactly where you need to improve in your golf game. It's 4 quick mobility tests that every golfer needs to pass in order to have a powerful, consistent swing and play pain-free golf. But less than 1% of the 12,000 golfers plus that we've tested pass all 4 of these tests. Not passing them leads to pain, swing faults, loss of distance and speed every single year. So click the link in the description and do our 5-minute assessment to see where you need to improve the most. And for a limited time, you can also get on a call with one of our experts free of charge to go over your results and what they mean for your golf game. Click the link below and try it out. Next to lower back pain, elbow and wrist pain is probably our next 2 complaints we get from golfers. A lot of times that's related to poor mobility in the shoulders. So the golfer cannot access range of motion in the shoulders to control the path of the club, so they start to use the elbows and the wrists. And we see a lot more of this in the swing, that chopping action, because there's less rotary mobility. So rotary mobility is definitely a factor in terms of taking stress off of your grip. But how much grip strength do we need? Do we need to be able to squeeze, over 100 pounds of pressure in each hand, like I just did on that fancy dynamometer. Like I said, the more grip strength you have, the more it's going to support your club head speed and maybe a chance to increase club head speed. But there's no hard data out that's showing that an increase in grip strength is going to increase your club head speed. So, but what we found at the TPI Summit that was really interesting, that study that measured what the Tour Pro's maximum grip strength is. It measured their maximum grip strength. And then it also measured how much of that grip strength they applied to the grip throughout their swing, from address to the top of their backswing, all the way through to the follow through. What we found was really surprising. And it was that, number one, professional golfers do have more grip strength. That's not really surprising. So they have the ability to put more pressure on the grip than the average golfer. So that's not surprising. What was really surprising is that the percentage of grip strength that they were applying, of their maximum, was way more than we thought. So it was between 40 to 60% of their maximum grip pressure was applied to the grip. About 40% on average at address. So if you just take a golf club at home, take your normal grip on it, and just think about going 0 out of 10 pressure. The club is just, it could get pulled out of your hands. If someone was here and they just pulled on it, it came out of your hands, that would be a 0. But if you think about going 1, 2, 3, and each time I'm squeezing a little harder, all the way up to 10, and a 10 out of 10 is just literally, I'm grimacing, I'm squeezing it as hard as I can. If I just back off to about a 4 or 5, it's probably going to be a lot firmer than you're actually usually gripping the club. Most amateur golfers grip the club on probably that 10 to 20% grip strength rather than 40 to 50% grip strength at address. Another thing that we found with professional golfers is that as they got to the top of the backswing, there was a slight relaxation in the grip pressure. That's going to allow probably more downcock in the wrist and increase in this lag angle, okay? So there's firm grip pressure at the start. As the golfer gets to the top, there's a little decrease in that lag pressure. And then as we get down towards impact, there's more of an increase towards that closer to maximum, 60% of the maximum grip pressure that a golfer can have. So big takeaways. Number one, professional golfers have a little bit more capacity for overall grip pressure, but during the swing, their grip pressure is actually firmer, especially at address. And then at the top, it's a little less. And as we get back down to impact, it's more than 40%. Amateurs, on the other hand, have loose grip pressure to start, and then it basically just ramps up. It goes up and to the right. So we start with probably a 1 or 2 out of 10. And then as soon as we take it back, the grip pressure increases here. And as it gets to the top, it increases. So that spike in grip pressure doesn't necessarily support a good coiling motion to the backswing transition and then downswing into impact. So those are the really big findings. To recap, number one, does grip strength increase club head speed? We don't know. The data is not definitive on that. We do know that increased grip strength is probably going to support longevity in your game, and it's going to be able to support club head speed. If you want to increase club head speed, increasing your grip strength is probably a good thing. It's not a causational relationship, though. We also found out, and there's lots of ways to do that, which I showed you. The other thing is that the amount of grip pressure applied through the swing is much different than we initially thought. There's better players typically apply more pressure to the grip at address. At the top, there's a little lessening, and then as we get down to impact, we have that increase through impact. Not something you're necessarily going to think about when you're hitting golf balls, but it's just something that the research has shown with grip sensor technology that is measuring that grip strength of the Tour Pros. So hopefully you guys found that helpful. If you like this content, give us a subscribe, give us a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you, and I will see you in the next video.